Hey guys, so I'm going to share with you my experience of getting the vaccine, the COVID vaccine. Basically, this is more for people in the UK just because I don't know if anyone else is having like a two jab system because ours is like two jabs. Like you have the first one and the next month, a couple of months after you get the second jab. Anyway, so this is specifically for you guys, and especially specifically if you live in Derby, because I'm going to talk about the process more so there at the Derby Arena. I know you can get it at Boots as well, but I got directed to Derby Arena. So let's go through it. So first off, when you go to the places, like loads of people, not loads of people, but quite a few stuff outside. Basically they come up to you and say you're here for the vaccine, like yeah, and then that ask you questions about it, you know, if you've had any symptoms, if you've had it in the last 4 weeks, that sort of thing, and then they direct you in. As you go in, there's another guy with hand sanitizer, so you have to I nearly said sanitize your eyes, sanitize your hands, and then you go through to the bottom, and then you kind of go through this line, and then you wait to be served, and basically you just confirm your name and your date of birth and you time the vaccine, and then they give you like a card, and basically this card is important that you keep it because you need it for when you come back for your second jab. But anyway, then after that, they then direct you down. This hall's massive. If you've never been in Derby Arena before, it's quite big, and this is only just the ground floor. But then after that, so when you give your details, they'll give you a lane, and then after that, again you go to another staff member. They tell you what lane you're in, and then they direct you to that lane, and then that person confirms what lane you're in. Blah blah. I was in lane 1, and then from then they then take you at the bottom, and then they give you like a station number. You go to that station number, and that's where you have the jab. Again, they confirm your details, and this time you have to give your address and also the name of your GP as well, just to make sure that it is actually you. I wasn't sure if they were going to ask for ID or not, but they never did. They just go through details which only you would know. And then they give you a leaflet with like advice and stuff, symptoms, all that sort of thing. She does go through a few of the kind of broad, like the more common symptoms that you could get after. Then she does the jab, and then she or he, whatever, either way they do the jab. And can I just say, it did not hurt at all. Like the flu jab hurts more than that, and the flu jab doesn't really hurt, if that makes any sense. Like it's just such a quick process. Like it's so quick. Like it's literally like a scratch. Like you hardly feel anything. And they don't bother putting a plaster or anything. They just wipe it. But I looked when I got home and I wasn't like bleeding or anything. And then you have to wait for 15 minutes. So basically they direct you to another area, and this is where you kind of sit there for 15 minutes, and basically say when you're ready, just turn the chair around, so obviously the staff know that someone's on there so they can wipe it down. But yeah, that is literally the whole process, so it's pretty quick. I did arrive a little bit earlier, so I wasn't sure if I had to wait, but no, I told the time, and they were like, yeah, fine, and then they just took me through. But I was only I'd say I was about like 10 minutes early, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, the process was pretty quick. It's just obviously you have to wait for 15 minutes, but any jab you usually have to. I know the flu jab, they advise you. When I get it at Boots or Superdrug, they usually advise you to just walk around the store or hang around the store for like, I think they say for 10 minutes. It's because if you're gonna get any severe reactions, it's usually within that time frame. That's why they kind of give that time frame. Obviously it can still happen later, but that's kind of rare. But if it's like an allergic reaction or anything like that, it will happen within that time frame. But yeah, that is basically it, the process of getting it. But as I said, they kind of they give you a card, and they basically when you book anyway, they automatically book the second jab for you to have it done. Obviously, you can change it if it's not, if it doesn't fit your schedule at the time when it gets closer to the day. But yeah, they remind you, like literally for this jab, they reminded me like a day before and the day before that. Like literally all I've had is messages through, and then messages through from my surgery as well. It's like, I get the picture now, I've had it. Like they really want you to get the vaccine. But yeah, I'm not going to get into the political stuff of if you should or should not. I'm just telling you the process of getting the vaccine. So yeah, that is it for this video. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, right, so after I've given the details and I go to the woman who tells me what lane I'm in, and then she directs me to that lane, there's a bloke, right, and he goes, "Are you in lane? Are you lane 1?" I was like, "Yeah." Basically to confirm that I was in lane 1, in not in that kind of word, but you know what I mean. And it's like, "You look nervous," and I'm like, it's like, "Don't be nervous. Why do people do this? Can I just say this? If you see someone that looks nervous, don't point out that they are nervous, that they look nervous, because it makes it 10 times worse. Like, just don't do it. This is like the second time this has happened. Like, just don't. Don't tell me I look nervous, because you'll make me more nervous by pointing out that I look nervous. I just wanted to say that. But yeah, that's it for this video. So bye guys.